Oh, good morning, everybody. This is Shelly Rivera, Coffee, Anxiety, and Love this Monday morning. How's everybody doing? I hope you got a good night's rest. I believe we finally did a little bit, kind of, sort of, but whatever. uh, this morning, coffee out the mug. It's very hot. Still don't know why I'm drinking the coffee, but whatever. I get 1 cup a day. That's it. Well, I do have some somewhat sad news. One of the mugs that I decided to keep for my videos broke Saturday morning. My Hocus Pocus mug, that big mug. I'm gonna try to put it back together, but like the feet fell off, so it's like on this little pedestal, almost like a lion's foot kind of pedestal. It's got like 5 feet on it, and then the mug's on top of it. I don't know how it broke. I don't know why it fell out of the cabinet. It just did, but whatever. I'm gonna try to put the feet back on. If I can't, well, there's nothing I can do. So yesterday or the day before, one of those days, I was talking about self-care and trying to take care of yourself, and what I was telling you about me with the caffeine and cutting out the caffeine intake, and how my bathroom habits have dramatically changed, and they have. So with that, I started, looking at myself again and thinking about stuff, and I get very, very discouraged really, really fast, and I hate it. I really hate it. But I guess in a way, maybe that helps you move on to the next cycle you're supposed to go through. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But with that being said, I'm trying to move on to my next cycle. And the sad part is I've done this over and over and over, and I need to figure out a way to keep myself fully motivated. I have the interest and I have the want and the desire to do this. I just don't have the full motivation, and that comes from me, myself. No one else can motivate me to do this. So I've been looking in the mirror, and I've been, feeling my clothes here and there, and they're just not fitting, and I'm not looking the way I want to look. So I had CJ take my pictures this morning with the hopes that this will motivate me back to getting back working out consistently. Now, I was doing this okay for maybe the last month or so, and just this week last week it slowed down. I really didn't work out at all last week. We were trying to do the garage sale, get the books cleaned up, things like that. And I always have these things that come up, and they kind of push me back from my timeline on working out. So I had started a timeline, on the days that I'm doing my workouts for my classes for Camp Gladiator. I said, those are the days I'm going to do my workout. I'm up early anyway, so let's do the workout. Let's get it out the way. So I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning, getting ready, loading up my car. By 5 o'clock, we're working out with Camp Gladiator, doing that thing for an hour. 6:10 maybe, I'm back home. So from 6 to, a little bit after 7, I could be doing my workout and be done with it, basically. And this is not even 8 o'clock in the morning, and then I have the rest of the day to do whatever I need to do. And that schedule really, really, really needs to stick. And the only one who can make that stick is myself. And it gets harder and harder because you get more, you just get comfortable when you lay there in bed, or you're sitting there and you're on your phone, or you're watching TV. You get comfortable doing those things and not putting in the work that you're supposed to be putting in. So I need to figure out a way to motivate myself, whether it's alarm clocks or whatever. I don't know. Something that continues to motivate me to keep going. And then there's food. A big part of changing your body, changing your composition, especially the way I want to. Your food intake needs to change dramatically. And anytime you, as a trainer, I tell people, you know, you got to change the way you eat, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do the other thing, and which is fine. But I always do tell them at the same time, it's not easy. None of this is easy. The working out is not easy. The getting up, you know, at 4 o'clock in the morning, it's not easy. The eating healthy is not easy. The drinking the coffee, drinking Cokes, tea, eating the sweet bread, the cookies, the ice cream, you know, eating the big bowls of spaghetti, you know, and it adds up. It starts adding up. I got this glare on my face now. The sun's coming through. Let's shift over here. There we go. Okay. Ooh, now I got it on there. There's a sweet spot right there. There we go. So none of it's easy. I always tell everybody, like one of my clients that was working with me, he's not right now. He's you know, gotten off track or whatever. He's got busy with life, just like we all do. But he still asks me questions, and I'm telling him, he's like, you know, I want to lose my belly. Well, yeah, of course, we all do. I got a belly right now, and I want to lose it. But I can't do that if I am not eating right. And a big part of all that is you putting in the right balance of macronutrients into your body and making sure you're eating right. You know, if I want to build my muscles back up, I need, you know, heavier proteins. I need more proteins. I need to make sure that I'm getting enough of the intake for that. You know, I want to lose my belly fat, so it kind of sounds weird, but on top of the protein, I need good fat. So I need some nuts, I need avocados, things like that. Things that are healthier derivatives of fat to help me burn that up and get rid of everything else that I don't, the excess, you know? And it's a balance game, and it's a game of discipline, and it's a game of how much do you want it. And that's the bigger part of it, is how much do you want it? How much do you want to change? Because it's a big lifestyle change. And no, I'm not saying constrict yourself. No, I don't recommend that at all. If you like eating chips, you know, eat you some chips when you feel like eating chips. Don't eat them every day all the time and eat a full bag. No, I'm saying you have a craving, you want a couple of chips, or, you know, a handful of chips, that's cool. You know, you want a slice of pizza, that's all right. And I know it sounds silly. Well, who eats a couple of, you know, chips, or who eats one slice of pizza? You're right. Who does that? But the people that do are the people that look the way you want to look. So those are the people that do. And once you get to a certain point that you're looking the way you want to, and you're eating right, and your mental is right, and your motivation is there, and your will is there, then maybe you can add in a little bit more of those things, and they don't affect you as much because your body's working the way it needs to burn off all the bad stuff that you put in. Okay, so it takes work to get there. It takes a lot of work to get there. And I truly need to figure out how to focus on this. And, you know, I run around here in the house, and I feel like I gotta cook, and I gotta clean, and I gotta, you know, make sure, you know, my husband's taken care of, and make sure the house is clean, and outside is fine. And by the time I realize that I've spent 2 or 3 hours doing stuff around the house that could have waited till the evening before I went to bed and get those home things done, you know? And I just get so involved in that. I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. But what I truly think it is I throw myself into those things to avoid what I really I need to do. Not want to do, but I need to do. I need to lose some weight. I need to get myself motivated. I need to work out more consistently. I need to start walking more. I have trouble with my knees, so I need to start walking so that my knees can start building up and getting stronger, so that I can eventually get to where I'm moving around a little bit fluid, and being able to bend down and you know, pick up things off the floor. Right now, I feel like I'm 100 years old trying to bend my knees just to pick up something that I dropped off the ground. And it's ridiculous. And all this is because I'm not doing what I need to do for me. It's not for anybody else, it's for me. And I know that. I know it. I've known this. I know all this. The hardest part is setting it in motion and sticking with it consistently. And that's the key to a healthier lifestyle, is consistency. And I'm not saying drop everything today. You can't have any sweets, you can't have no sugar, no caffeine, no nothing, no, you can't have any pizza, none of that. You can't eat any of that. No, I'm not telling you to do that. I'm telling you, pick one thing. Okay, if you think you eat a lot of sweetbread like we do, okay, so let's not so much completely cut that out. Let's break that down to one time a week. That's going to be our treat. Like if I did my workouts, I did my 3-4 times a week, cool, then maybe we could treat ourselves to a piece of sweetbread at the end of the week. Not the bag full and eat 2 pieces a day. No, one at the end of the week as a treat. And that's how you start building up to filter out the things that you don't need excess of. Because you're going to crave the sweets and the sugars, you know, the sugars and the caffeines and the salts. You're going to crave all that. Your body's going to crave that because there are certain minerals and nutrients in everything that we eat, good or bad. There are certain minerals, nutrients, things that your body needs. That's why it craves it. So if you're craving potato chips, your body needs something, I don't know, the oil, the fat, the salt, I don't know, something your body is lacking from those potato chips. And I know it sounds crazy. Well, why, how, you know, are a potato chip's going to help me? It's not so much a potato chip. It's some mineral. It's some form of nutrient, something, even though it might be a little bit, there's something in that potato chip that you need, your body is needing. Don't sit there and eat the whole bag. You know, take a few, you know, get rid of that craving, and your body should move past that little by little. And you do it less and less each time you get those cravings. I always say I'm a cheese and salty snacker. Pretzels, the salted pretzels, potato chips galore. Oh God, especially the salt and vinegar potato chips. Or the hot Cheetos, something like that. Pork rinds, the spicy pork rinds, the regular pork rinds, the crackling. Handful of peanuts, but they have to be the salted peanuts. Or the mixed salted peanuts, you know, or mixed nuts, or whatever. Or, you know, cheese, crackers and cheese, or just cheese itself. You know, a slice of cheese here and there. That's what I used to snack on. And there's something in all of that that my body needed. I didn't need to eat the next 3 slices of cheese, and I didn't need to eat a whole container of Planters, you know, salted mixed nuts, but I needed something out of that. And when you learn to control your cravings and take what you need just to get rid of that in your mind, and then you'll be okay learning how to control those things. Again, it's not easy. So my day 1 starts again today. And I don't know how I'm going to do. I want to do great. I really do. I feel it. I know I can. I've done it before. But at the same time, you know, when I did it the last time, it's because I had somebody with me, somebody who cared about me, and people that were pushing me. And that's the issue with me. I am really codependent on people pushing. I'm really codependent on the motivation, the camaraderie. I'm really codependent on somebody telling me, don't stick that in your damn pie hole. And he's looking at me from outside. And I know he's helping. I know. And it's so hard to do it on your own. You almost have to have a buddy. You have to have somebody there saying, do you really want that? Do you really need that? You know, you just had some of that. Maybe you should slow down on that.
Don't even, because I tell you that all the time. You disregard what I say.
And it's hard being that codependent for that reason. So I need to put my big girl panties on and figure out how to do this on my own. If I have to post it note everywhere, you know, what I shouldn't do and what I should do and how I should do it, so be it. That's what I'll do. But I need to fix me right now. And if I don't fix me, and if I don't start feeling the way I want to feel and looking the way I know I should, and feeling better overall, in general, health-wise, nobody else is going to be able to do it for me. So if I can't do this, I'm giving myself this last shot. If I can't do this, nobody else is going to be able to do it for me. And there's no medication that I'm going to be able to take that's going to get me to that mindset. And there's no medication or surgery that I want to get me to the body that I know I can have on my own. I'm going to be bitchy, I'm going to cry, I'm going to lash out, and I'm probably going to call people names. But in the end, I know I'm doing it for my health. I got half a year till I am 50 years old. And that worries me, that I'm not in the shape that I wanted to be at the age of 50. By the time, my goal was, when I started this a long time ago, and when I started with Temple Construction about 5 or 6 years ago, maybe even longer, my goal when I walked in the door, I told my trainer David, you know, my goal is by the time I'm 50, I want to at least try to be an amateur competition in the, you know, physique category at one of the shows. You know, I want to compete in physique. 6 months, there's no way. There's just no way. I'm pretty sure I could get close to it, but in 6 months, there's no way. But that's okay. That was something that I had in my head that I, you know, maybe thought I wanted to do way back when, not understanding how hard the journey was. Now I'm going to be realistic, and I'm going to say this is for me, for my health, for my sanity. You know, and I need to do this to make sure that I don't end up like countless other people in my family who've died way too young because they were sick. And I don't want to put myself, my kids, my husband, no one in that position to have to deal with me being, you know, having high blood pressure or strokes from the high blood pressure, or not being able to walk because my body's too weak, because I didn't do what I needed to do, work out and be able to move my body and have the mobility and have somebody helping me around, or, you know, take me to the store all the time because I can't even walk around. And it's just, I don't want to do that. I don't want to burden somebody that much. I mean, maybe eventually it'll happen, and it'll be at an age where it'll be more understood, because I'm going to be almost 100 years old. But right now, it's not the time for me to depend on somebody to get me around. Right now is not the time for me to depend on somebody to get me to and from doctor's appointments. Right now is not the time for me to lay in bed and say I don't feel good because my stomach hurts, my back hurts, my knees hurt, my hands hurt, you know, my head's hurting. I don't think I'm in the best condition, but it's actually been a long time since I've had to go to the doctor. I've been self-caring, taking care of myself, working through the little things that come up, even with my asthma and my allergies. If I can have my allergies under control, my asthma's under control. And it's a lot of work, but I've been able to balance it enough for the past maybe 4 or 5 years. And I wanna keep it that way for as long as I can, and not burden my husband. He's got other things to do. And not burden my children. They got their own families. And, you know, by the time all this probably happens, my mom and dad, who knows, they may or may not be here anymore, you know. They're both here right now, and they have their own ailments. My mom can barely get around. My dad has to have a wheelchair to get around. He's had so many strokes. He's still here, but his quality of life is not where I would want it to be when I'm, you know, 67, 68 years old. No, that's not. I don't want to be in their position when I am their age. In another, you know, 18, 20 years, I don't want to have to be helped to get around. So today starts my day one again. I'm praying this is my last day one for a start, and that I move on to day one of a bigger and better. That's my goal. I need a day one of bigger and better. So I've gotten to where I'm okay with how I look. I want to be day one doing bigger or better.
Yeah, it's working.
So this is Shelly Rivera, Coffee, Anxiety, and Love. Be sure to comment, give me your thoughts, words of encouragement, help me along my journey. I'm going to be pissed off a lot, but I'm not going to take it out on you guys at all. That's what my husband's for. Again, have a great day, and always happy, healthy, prosperous, and abundant day. Love you guys. Check us out, Luna Fitness Evolution, the Healthy Hippie Ranch. And I'm going to be posting pictures in a little while of what I look like. Please be kind. Be kind, guys. Be kind. Love you guys.